point in the agenda, we go to general public comments. What happens in this, each person can speak on topics of their choosing for up to 3 minutes. The town board is here to listen and not respond. We ask that people, the board will be respectful, and we ask that those speaking to likewise be respectful. We'll start general public comments. Ms. Clerk.
Thank you, sir. Anthony DeRosa, Bruce Sander, Gina Lewis, Marianne Johnston. Okay, please state your name and where you're from in the microphone before you begin to speak, and you each have 3 minutes to speak. Thank you.
My name is Anthony DeRosa, and I'm a member of the Stony Brook Concerned Homeowners Association. And I'm here tonight to talk about teamwork in town government. As everyone knows, when you have a large team or organization, such as Brookhaven Town, you need many people on that team to contribute if you want to succeed. As you may also know, one or more individuals who do not cooperate with the team's objectives can cause disruption, unnecessary work, and additional cost and aggravation, which can make it very difficult to achieve your goals. The issuance of whole house rental permits to absentee landlords who plan to turn one family home into a college boarding house has been going on for quite some time now. The town attorney's office has realized what has been happening, but due to the lack of cooperation from the building department, it has been difficult to resolve these issues. We were promised that things will change, and both of these departments will be working closely together to ensure that rental permits are not issued for the purpose of establishing boarding houses in residential neighborhoods. I hope this is true because I can tell you from my experience in attending 4 court appearances for one home in particular, dating back to last year, that things are taking much too long for us to resolve this problem. In the court proceeding that I attended just last week, the judge's hands were tied to impose heavy fines and take serious action against these landlords because the town had issued these permits. At these court appearances, I've seen firsthand how much work the town attorney's lawyers and investigators have put into building their cases, only to be shot down due to the previous actions that the building department had taken. We need to make sure that the law department is involved with the building department at every stage of the rental permit issuance process. They need to have access to all information necessary to ensure that although the building department codes are followed, the planned usage of the house is in conformance with the new town codes. Till these two departments are forced to work closely together, we will not be able to achieve our objectives in the most efficient manner. To be more successful, the town may need to make additional changes in town codes, revise internal policies and procedures, or make a change in building department management. As you know, when a sports team is not doing well, they usually get rid of some of the weaker or uncooperative players. The town board should look seriously into what is making it so difficult for the law department and the building department to work in the most efficient manner possible. Hopefully, you'll take the necessary corrective action and to ensure that the building department becomes an asset instead of a liability and a good and cooperative team player. Thank you.
My name is Bruce Sander. I live on Malvern Lane in Stony Brook. I'm speaking again on behalf of the Stony Brook Concerned Homeowners. First, I want to thank all of you sitting on the board in the law department for writing and voting changes already to the town code. It's a wonderful thing. The change to definition of kitchen, the definition of driveway, raising the fines, the reduction of unrelated individuals from 8 to 4. These are all changes that we really applaud you for getting done so speedily. We're looking forward to the town getting legislation reduces the length of whole house registration, and I understand it's already on the agenda for tonight. Yes. Fabulous. As well as forcing them before the zoning board and inspection by the law investigators, along with collaboration with the law department before approval. One thing that makes absolutely no sense is when a court-ordered conditional discharge that calls for an inspection of the premises is that the inspection is given to the building department and not the law department in which the violations and the tickets were issued. Doesn't it make sense that those who issued the violations in the first place be the ones issuing and inspecting to make sure that those landlords comply? It's like sending someone out from another department to inspect with a blind person with a map. Pivoting off what Anthony DeRosa said, just as I said, I would like to comment on what the judge said about reviewing current illegal house case. His comment was the town needs to get its act together. What they're referring to is the fact that the building department's issuing these permits, and the law department is after the fact trying to put them out. So they're telling the homeowners they can cut up these houses, and the law department say, wait a minute, no, you can only put 4 people in that house. So the judges and the court system is fighting right now. We are well aware of the town attempts, and we have proposed changes to the building department to concur that the law department, before issuing any of these rental registrations, would collaborate. I'm going to skip around a little bit. We're well aware of the attempts of the town to get the building department to work with the law department. It's working to some degree, but it's just not happening to the extent it should. Having been in touch with members of civic leaders around the town, they're all saying the same thing. Why are blanket issuing of building permits being done? What can we do to help it? They're very grateful for our participation in getting these codes changed in the town. Mr. Romaine, we're grateful for everything you're doing in the town, and you have our support from our membership in whatever you need. But I do have a further issue to address. I respectfully ask that the town board have a vote of no confidence and replace the current commissioner of the building department with someone willing to work side by side with the law department towards a better Brookhaven town. Without this change, we feel we cannot move forward in solving many of the current issues in Brookhaven town. Our group is so appreciative of all the efforts Mr. Romaine, Ms. Ederesto, and the law department, Mr. Fiore Rosenfeld, and the board for their support, and we would like you to know no words can express the gratitude we have for your efforts in this issue. We thank you for hearing and listening and acting upon our suggestions and changes that we feel are imperative to the success of our issues and your issues within Brookhaven town. Thank you very much.
Is this on? Or?
Although it